Good evening. We'll call the Hayward, Iowa City Council to order on Wednesday, December the 8th, 2021 at 5:30 p.m. President or council members, staff members Carol and Corey and Travis are not with us tonight. And if you wish to address the City Council tonight, open business from the community, number 1C is the opportunity. There are no public hearings. If you have not gotten an agenda, they are next to the door as you enter, please. The first standard agenda item is 1A, approval of the November 24th, 2021 regular City Council meeting minutes. As usual, you've had those in your packets. Is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
Moved by Jen. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by John. All in favor, then, of approval of the November 24th, 2021 regular City Council meeting minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That passes 5-0. Next is number 1B, approval of the 2008 claims for payment. I'll start to my left with Rob for questions.
No questions.
Okay, Jen, do you have any questions?
No questions.
John?
None, thank you.
Travis?
None, thank you.
Tim, questions?
No, so moved.
There's been a motion by Tim. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Rob. All in favor, then, of approval of the December 8th claims for payment, say aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Those opposed? It passes 4 to 1 abstention. Next is open business from the community. Hearing none, we'll move to the mayor's report. I have none this evening, so we'll move to staff reports, and we'll start with Jacob. Keep it under 30 minutes.
Absolutely. So we've wrapped up the December. We're running into the budget start, and the other thing that been working on with the front desk, where you can log in and create an account and see and pay your utilities online, is now on our city website. So you can visit our city website and just click Pay Online. There'll be a link there that you can sign up for your account and link it to your utilities. And I believe that there is an instruction pamphlet coming out this month in the in your utility bill.
Okay, so if folks are a little leery of doing those types of things online, can they come to the front office and get assistance with that?
Absolutely. We can sign you up from it here.
Okay, great, thank you. Mike?
Just an update on the CDBG housing rehab grant that we received in 2019. They had 3 houses that were inspected this past month. We were supposed to open bids this afternoon and award the bids tonight at the meeting. Unfortunately, there was only one person that went through them, and he decided not to put in any bids just because building materials are still too high. So the plan from here is wait till spring, rebid them, and hopefully we get a couple more bids. And at that time, instead of, they usually did them in 3 and then 3, they're going to have all 6 ready to go and see if we can get a better bid that way. So it's still out there. It's just COVID and everything has just kept everybody from doing a lot of that. So
That's it?
that's it.
Okay. Jim?
Nothing to report.
You're consistent. We'll move on then to, please, council comments. Any questions of staff or comments from the council? Hearing none, we'll move on to other agenda items. Agenda item number 3 is a resolution 2021-47, resolution of the City of Hayward, Iowa, approving a city administrator contract with Wanda M. Woodley and authorizing execution of the contract. Is there comment or a motion for resolution 2021-47?
So moved.
Been moved by Tim. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Travis. Call then for a roll call vote, please. Resolution 2021-47.
Kurth.
Aye.
Bergsma.
Aye.
Feldhacker.
Aye.
Olson.
Aye.
Clucky.
Aye.
On a 5-0 roll call vote, Resolution 2021-47 passes. Wanda, we welcome you to the city administration position. Understand, Mike, since this is passed tonight, we'll start at what time? What date?
This will start when I'm done. She'll actually start working Monday, correct? And then we'll go over some stuff the next few weeks, and then as soon as the 1st of January, she will start in that role.
Okay, so she'll have an opportunity to learn from you, and even though following 1st of January you're taking a new position, she'll still have opportunities to call you and
Correct, yep.
questions, and
Anytime.
transition should be very smooth for the city staff and the citizens of Hayward.
Yep.
Very good. Thank you very much. Agenda item number 4 is a mayoral appointment and oath of office for Amy to the Board of Zoning Adjustment. First of all, come on up, Amy. We appreciate that you were on the ballot for the city council, and we appreciate your interest in city administration and being on this board. I'll come around to you. Amy, if you'd face me and raise your right hand and read your oath of office, please.
I, Amy Faison, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Iowa, and I will faithfully and impartially, to the best of my ability, discharge all of the duties of the Board of Zoning Adjustment for the City of Hayward as now or hereafter required by law. Dated the 8th day of December 2021.
Thank you very much.
I have.
Right over here, introducing something. I'll sign those also. I'll sign those. I'll show you to keep.
We're running out of pins.
As council and mayor, it's always appreciative of people in the citizenry to step up and serve on the many boards that our city has. So, Amy, we appreciate your energy and your talents that you're going to put forth. Appreciate it very much, as we do all the board members. Agenda item number 5 is Resolution 2021-48, resolution of Hawarden proposing to vacate alley and dispose of real property. Publish a notice of public hearing for that. Mike, would you give us an overview, please?
A while back, we sold some of the property that we owned in the Calliope addition to Mr. Grease, and that left this little 100-foot by 16-foot strip of alley that encroaches on, kind of cuts in the middle of Bob Brewington's property, or halfway through. Bob has expressed an interest to buy that and just square off of that, his lots, and we have no public purpose, no utilities, anything in it, and so I guess we would like to sell that to Bob at the same 42 cents a square foot as we've been selling the other properties.
Okay.
So moved.
Been a motion by Travis. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Jen. This is the motion for resolution and second for 2021-48. Jacob, I'd call for a roll call vote, please, for that resolution.
Olson.
Aye.
Clucky.
Aye.
Feldhacker.
Aye.
Kurth. Bergsma.
Aye.
On a 5-0 roll call vote, resolution 2021-48 passes. Agenda item number 6, review an application and possible action on retaining a city attorney. City Attorney Jen will be present. Mike, you want to give us an overview of how we started with this, please?
Towards the end of September, Jim announced that he would like to retire, and we put out an RFP to several of the attorney agencies around the area, include from Lamar's to Beersford to Sioux Center, Owen City, to gauge interest. We did have interest from Jenny Winterfield and the Class Law Firm, and that was the only solicitation we got back. I have enclosed both information about the law firm and information about Ms. Winterfield in your packets. She is currently the city attorney for the city of Rock Valley. Comes with very good references from them as far as her job performance with them. So I'll turn that over to you.
Jenny, welcome. Come on up to the dais if you would, and give us an overview and some background that you may feel that we need to have.
Sure, thank you, and thank you for having me. As Mike had indicated, I am with the Class Law Firm as of last January. So prior to that, I've been practicing in the Sioux County area for the last 11 years. Class Law Firm is made up of 11 different attorneys with a lot of different backgrounds, which for city purposes can be a huge advantage. We have a lot of attorneys who work in insurance defense. We have a lot of attorneys who specialize in employment law. So with hiring Class Law, you don't only get me, you get 10 other people you don't see. Most of the time it would be me. However, if there are certain issues that would arise, I have very competent and able partners who could step in if need be. I have been the city attorney for the city of Rock Valley since January of 2015. With that has come a lot of the duties that I'm sure Jim has conducted in his numerous years, whether that's ordinance reviews, employment issues, zoning issues. One of the biggest projects we undertook since I took the position was a very large annexation project. So there've been a variety of issues. I have been available to not only the city staff, council, but also the fire department, the ambulance. So it's sort of been encompassing a lot of different areas within the city. It's a job that I've really grown to love. It's when I started out, it wasn't something that wasn't my first preference, so to say, but it's a job I've really come to love. And I will also say that I've found a benefit of being an outsider. I know oftentimes that's a concern for people. I don't have any skin in the game here. My job is to serve and provide competent legal advice. I don't have a neighbor who's going to be upset by my actions. So I do think if that is a concern, which is a valid concern, I have found, at least working within the city of Rock Valley, that it's been an advantage to have sort of an outsider's opinion and advice. No offense, Jim, I'm sure. You never ran into any conflicts, but...
None taken. I think the Class Law Firm's going to bring a lot of benefits, have a lot of resources I don't have, but I think she's going to be a little more loquacious than what I've been. So I'll just warn you about that.
Could you explain that word to me?
I'm sure Jenny knows. It has something to do with how much talking you do.
It'll be hard footsteps to follow. So yeah, with that, if you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to entertain them.
As you mentioned in the contract, pretty much everything that the city's going to probably entail other than bond issues.
That is correct.
Yeah,
Bonding.
that's pretty specialized.
Pretty specialized. That is
Right.
correct.
No questions.
Do you have questions, Travis?
No.
No question.
Tim? Rob?
Set out.
I would make a motion to retain Class Law Services.
Second.
Okay, with the possible action, there have been a motion by Travis and a second by Tim to enter into the contract with Class Law Firm. Did I say that correctly?
You did, yes.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any further discussion with that? All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Could I get a roll call on it?
Roll call vote? Yes, please. Roll call vote, please, Jacob.
Bergsma,
Aye.
Lucky,
Aye.
Feldacker,
Aye.
Olson,
Aye.
Kurth.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you. We look
Thank
forward
you.
to,
Thank you.
let's see, Jim, you've been our city attorney for,
You know, I've been here so long, I don't remember when I started.
okay, well,
It's been a while.
Jenny, we hope we have you as long as we have had Mr. Pickner. Thank you for being with us tonight. Agenda item number 7, Resolution 2021-49, a resolution of the City of Hayward approving a master service agreement with Long Lines Metro LLC. Mike, could you give us an overview with that, please?
Yeah, I've been working with Paul Bergman over at Long Lines for the last couple months. Since the vote to sell failed, been talking to Paul about for both advice on the system, what we need to do, as well as getting back into a contract. We've been without a contract for Long Lines for probably 2 years, and I think both sides felt it was important that we solidified our agreements again with the contract. Paul sent over the contract that you guys have in your packet. He condensed a master service contract and a management contract into one. The wording is virtually the same as we've had. He did shore up the pricing on some of the things. We were paying $2,500 a month for management fees. They've lowered that to $1,750. All the other pricing as far as internet and customers and billing remains the same as it was. So there was no increases in it. Paul's been very good to work with over the last few months, and I think going forward, it's something that I would be comfortable in working with them.
Obviously, the citizens have spoken and wish for High Tech to continue, and they have expertise in industry standards and those types of things throughout all of their customer base. Will this, obviously this contract, will this help us to become the best that we can be for High Tech? Will they assist us with their knowledge base in that regard?
Yeah, I think in talking with Paul Bergman over at Long Lines, he would like to treat this as one of their own in as far as what we put into the plant. Obviously, I still feel that fiber to the home is a little out of our reach with the finances we have, but he's going through, and he sent a couple texts down to look at our system. He would like to come and present in January kind of on their findings and where they feel we need to go with our system. As long as we follow, I guess, what they say or do within our budgetary purposes, you know, I think that we'll be able to build the system back up to where we can have a system that's running well. You know, the bottom line of the whole thing, though, is getting customers back on. So, but maybe if we offer better services, we'll get more customers onto our system.
So you mentioned they'll come with their findings and present that to the council after the first of the year then?
Yes, and he said either meeting would be fine. So once I work with Wanda to find out which meeting that she would like them to come to, and it's going to be up to us to follow the recommendations. They can recommend it, but it's going to be up to us. They've offered us some technical help if we need it, to contract some technical help if we need to do any of the upgrades, and you know, Ron is too busy or needs extra help. So I know putting the amps in that we have, there's 95 amps, and so we may be relying on them to contract a couple of their techs to come and help us install all of those. But yeah, we should be able to at least get it to where we're offering faster speeds than what we are now.
Good. So moved.
I'll second.
There's been a motion by Travis, seconded by John. This is for Resolution 2021-49, resolution approving the master service agreement with Long Lines Metro LLC. Any further questions of council before I call for the roll call vote?
No questions.
Hearing none, we'll call for a roll call vote, please, for Resolution 2021-49.
Kurth.
Aye.
Clucky.
Aye.
Olson.
Aye.
Feldhacker.
Aye.
Bergsma.
Aye.
On a 5-0 roll call vote, Resolution 2029-49 passes. Next agenda item number 8, pardon me, Resolution 2021-50, a resolution for the City of Hayward approving an amendment to the agreement with Jared Vloto. Again, I'll refer to Mike for an overview, please.
When we sold Jared the old city hall, there was stipulation that he had to spend, I believe it was $100,000 on rehab and things like that within 18 months of closing on the building. Well, we're outside of that 18 months, and part of it, when we do understand, building costs went up 30 to 40%, which would have made his $130,000, and he is starting. They're coming down, and he is starting to build on it. But at this point, we're outside that, or going to be outside that 18-month window, and we would like to extend that in that agreement so that he's got more time to do what he plans to do.
And this will extend it to June 1st of 2022, is that correct?
Yes.
That's right. And before I wrote this up, I talked to Tony, and he felt that'd be sufficient time to meet the requirements, so.
Okay. Thank you for your input with that, Jim. Is there a motion for Resolution 2021-50?
So move.
Moved by Rob. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Jen. Roll call vote again, please, for Resolution 2021-50.
Bergsma.
Aye.
Kurth.
Aye.
Feldhacker.
Aye.
Olson.
Aye.
Clucky.
Aye.
On a 5-0 roll call vote, Resolution 2021-50 passes. And we hope that that works well for Jared to get that completed. There are no consent agenda items tonight, so agenda item number 10 would be a call to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Travis. Is there a second? Seconded by Tim. Our regular next meeting will be December the 22nd. All in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? City Council's adjourned. Thank you so much.